Okay, 10x, 10 times. So let's talk about 10xing your notary business. Popular term. I think we could probably credit that to Grant Cardone. So how do we 10x your business? And does that just mean to do 10 times more than what you're doing? Well, no, I think it's 10 times the output. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean it's 10 times the input. It's just 10 times what you're getting out. So that doesn't mean you have to work 14-hour days. Maybe it does, but let's talk about some ways that we can 10x your business. So, and when I say you don't necessarily have to 10x the amount of work you're doing to get the results, what I'm talking about is leverage. So if you can apply leverage, the amount of input that you put in can be less and the output can be greater. So, but more on that later. Let's talk about some things that you can do that maybe you can conceptualize. And it's probably worth mentioning that it's going to be unique for every one of you what this is going to specifically apply to. So I'm just trying to give you some points of inflection. So to start, let's look at your business and look at what is working. What is working for my business right now? What is working as far as generating revenue and getting customers? Okay, there's probably one thing that works pretty well. So the logical thing to do would be do more of that. Okay, so if that is cold calling and dropping in on title companies, which I don't do, but if that was it and that has been working for you well historically, do more of it. Okay, because if you do more of those, you'll get more output from the input. Okay, so secondly, I would say quit doing what isn't working. So if you have something that you've been doing and it hasn't proven to work, well, quit doing it. I say take the foot off the brake. You can go faster by having a bigger engine, by pressing down on the gas, but you can also go faster by taking your foot off the brake. So identify things that don't work or don't work very well and quit doing those. And along those lines and kind of going into the next point is what I would say, identify bottlenecks or choke points in your business and try to eliminate them or try to find a workaround. So let me give you an example in my own business. As we're expanding into an agency, one of the bottlenecks that I experienced was actually indexing with Google, meaning I could create campaigns faster than I could get them indexed in Google. So that was a bottleneck for me. It was slowing down growth. So what we've done is, what I did is I just simply paid a service that can index way faster than I can. It can get it done. So I just completely eliminated that bottleneck in our business, which has allowed me to identify another bottleneck, which is the Notary database. So as I'm filling orders, I need to make sure that I've got the network of notaries that are out there that can do those. So that is a bottleneck for growth. Like we got Florida pretty good. We got Florida on lockdown. So and we're expanding, but we also need to have that database of notaries so that we can expand. And that part of it is right now, it's like a bit of a bottleneck. Now, there are some workarounds for that we've identified, and we're going to explore those. So the next thing I would say is eliminate time vampires, okay? Things that just suck your time and your productivity out for no good reason. And it might be scrolling on social media, first thing that comes to mind. It might be scrolling on social media. It might be allowing a friend to have too much of your ear space. I mean, I think we've all got that one friend who can just talk and talk and talk for hours, and they want to have a 3-hour phone conversation about everything going on, but are you being productive while that conversation? Are there things that you could be doing to grow your business that you're not doing because you've got a time vampire, right? So eliminate the time vampires. Figure out ways that you can do things more efficiently. It might be a printer. Like you might have an old slow printer or slow scanner that is a time vampire because it doesn't do the job quickly and efficiently, which means it's actually costing you money. So another thing that I'm going to say is to identify the skills that you need that you're lacking that can propel growth. Okay, you need to know what they are. What do I not know? What do I need to know that I don't know? Now, here's where it gets easy. See, you can actually do what I call stand on the shoulders of giants. Okay. What does that mean? That means that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You go find somebody who is doing what you want to do, who is getting the results that you want, we'll say specifically in your notary business, and simply do what they're doing. And then you can acquire those, you can acquire those skills that they have and that knowledge base that they have and grow. So it's only logical if you do what they do that you'll get the results that they get. So that is the next one. So the last thing I'm going to say for 10xing your notary business is going to be what I call client financed acquisition. So this, I can't take credit for this. This is Alex Hermosi. That's just me standing on the shoulders of another giant to tell you this idea because I can't take credit for it. But client financed acquisition, in other words, this is simply get your customers to pay for you growing, building, and scaling your business. So what does that look like? Well, for everybody, the specific application is going to be a little bit different. But I think in the simplest terms, it might be that you reinvest money that you make into those skill sets we talked about, into the ability to stand on the shoulders of giants, so to say. So for me, for example, it would be, so we pay notaries same day. So because of that, I have to have a cash reserve because we use payment processors, credit card processors that take payment, and I don't get money for a day or two after that. So I'm limited literally in the number of assignments I can take by the money I have to pay them. So what do I do? Well, when those payments clear, I now have more money. I can now do more assignments. So those clients have financed me taking more notary assignments for notaries. That is client financed acquisition. And there is another way that you can apply this. See, let me segue into Notary course. So Notary Prosperity Academy, that's our big course, right? $12.97. So that is a big chunk of change. I'll admit that. Totally worth it. But that we recently just added Afterpay. So with Afterpay, you can literally get the course now, pay later. Let your customers pay for it, right? So you can get all the knowledge that you need to build and scale and market and get those other services that you need. You could literally get those now, and with Afterpay, you start paying on the course with the customers you get from the skills you learned. That is client financed acquisition at its best right there. So there you go. There's a few things that you can do to 10x your business. They're all basically leverage based, and each one of these, there's a multitude of scenarios that you could really play those out. So it just really requires you to take a close look at your own business and look at the things that maybe you need to tweak. And if you do that, you will definitely grow your business. You will 10x your business. All right, that is it for today. We'll see you next time.